카디프 대학교 약대 파운데이션에 대해서 소개해드릴 예정입니다. Okay, Tan, it's your turn.
All right, great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sino. So, well, I hope you have an enjoyable session with Sienna. I believe, although I don't understand, but I can tell that the exchange has been quite fruitful and quite exciting. I wish I could understand Korean more. So today I'll just be sharing a little bit more about the Cardiff ISE and also to put a focus on pharmacy in terms of foundation program itself. So if you have any questions later, please leave it to the end. And I believe I will need Suno's help to translate also, so I can answer any questions that you may have. So, okay, so I'm just going to go right to the presentation. So this is what we will be covering, just a general idea where Cardiff is located, the latest rankings that it has, and we're going to move on to the School of Pharmacy. And then after that, we will cover the foundation year, the pathway that will lead to MPharm as a progression degree. And then last but not least, we'll cover accommodation, and then we will go on to question and answer. So just a brief sharing about Cardiff. I believe Sienna might or might not have shared, I'm not sure, but in the event she did, so please bear with me as I cover through one more time. Where Cardiff is located, Cardiff is actually located towards the southwest of the UK. It's very close to London, as you can tell. So over right here is actually indicated by this little green square over here. So it is 30 minutes away from beautiful beaches and very good countryside. One of the well-known emblems inside Cardiff, inside Wales, is actually its dragons. So there we will see a lot of dragons. And you will also see a lot of castles. So very mythical environment, countryside for Cardiff. So this is where Cardiff is. Cardiff is located right towards the south tip of Wales itself. So it is a 2-hour train journey away from London. So Cardiff is actually a Russell Group university. So if for those people who are not familiar with Russell Group is actually what they like to call it, the Ivy League of the UK. So it's actually quite prestigious and it's established in 1883. For students who are interested in a very historical university, then Cardiff is definitely the place to go to. Despite it being a member of the Russell Group, it is also relatively affordable and cost-friendly as well. So unlike its other Russell Group counterparts. So you get to actually enjoy quality education at a much more affordable rates. So for Cardiff, just some of the key facts for you to take note. This is the latest rankings. So for ranking-wise, it's 151 in the world. It is ranked 25th in the UK. And in terms of graduate employability, it is ranked top 11. So Cardiff places emphasis in terms of the practical aspect to help the students to actually secure a job and get a job after graduation. And Cardiff places a lot of emphasis on that to ensure that to happen. So there's a lot of choices to choose from, and it's also one of the largest universities in the UK with a great diversity for you to choose from 9,500 plus international students from 130 countries. The teaching staff is excellent. As you can see, quite a few of these teaching staff have actually been awarded like the Nobel Prize, being a fellow of the Academy of Medical Sciences, just to name a few. Now, I'm just going to dive straight in for the School of Pharmacy. So what's so good about the School of Pharmacy at Cardiff? So Cardiff is consistently ranked the top few in the UK. I think Suno has also, or Sienna in this case, has briefly shared with you the rankings of Cardiff in the UK. So it actually ranked joint first School of Pharmacy in the UK for its quality of teaching and research. So this is based on the Research Excellence Framework 2014. There is no other latest excellence framework, research excellence framework, because this is the latest in 2014. And it's also ranked first in the UK back in 2020. In 2022's Complete University Guide is ranked 4th. So as you can see, they are always consistently within the top 5. There is a pre-registration exams for students given by the General Pharmaceutical Council. And Cardiff actually has the top passing rates. 95% of the students actually sat for this council registration exam in 2021 last year, and they passed the first time around. And the national average is only at 89.7%. So we are actually much higher than the national average. And very, very good news for all the pharmacy students, 100% of its graduates actually find themselves engaged in employment or choose for further studies 6 months after graduating. So excellent, excellent track record for employment. Just to give you a heads up in terms of what you will study, this is not for foundation year, so don't be alarmed. This is what you will study after you progress on to pharmacy. So 4 years, in every single year, there will be different emphasis. So these are the different modules and different aims that you'll be focusing on, starting with year one, where you start with the fundamentals, and then you slowly move on to different aspects of clinical areas, even moving on to more complex. And last but not least, at year 4, this is where you focus a bit more about holistic healthcare. At year 4, you will also be doing your pharmacy research or scholarship project as part of your assessment. So do take note that it is spread over 4 years. And graduates of the School of Pharmacy, they actually proceed on to go on to quite a few, in fact, quite well-known pharmaceutical companies. These are just a broad list of across all the destinations, but I've highlighted those that are most relevant to the School of Pharmacy. So you have NHS, Pfizer, Unilever, just to name a few. So most of our graduates actually proceed on to these big pharmaceutical names. So I'm not sure if I can play this, but let me just try, because I'm not sure if there is sound. Hold on a second. So let me just try one more time because of the sharing portion of it. Okay. Hold on, let me just share the sound. Okay. So I'm just going to try. Please let me know if you can hear it. Oops. Oh no, it can't play. I'm so sorry, but this is actually a video that is actually done up by the School of Pharmacy itself. So they are actually sharing what they actually cover from the international students' point of view. And okay, I'm just going to cover a bit about the International Study Center in terms of the pathways leading on to the School of Pharmacy. Now, if you are intending to actually pursue MPharm at Cardiff itself and you want to go on to take on the foundation year, please do take note that this is the name of the foundation year that you will be going to, the Health, Medical and Life Sciences International Foundation Year. I have put in the academic requirements listed as such for you. If you happen to take an international exams, please do check in with either Suno, or you can even reach out to myself to actually check in whether your entry requirements are able to be accepted for international exams such as IB or IGCSEs. But I understand that the majority goes through the Korean high school route. So these are the entry requirements. Please also do take note that the IELTS requirements is higher because MPharm is a very competitive field. So the IELTS requirement is naturally higher, 6.0 overall, 6.0 in writing, and knows other skills below 5.5. Students who actually go on to this foundation program, they will be able to progress on to either one of these two. You can either choose pharmacy, MPharm, or you can also choose medical pharmacology. So we do have an option for medical pharmacology as well. For intakes wise, for this pathway for foundation year is only available for the September intake. January intake is not available. Please do take note. And it lasts over 2 semesters. Please make sure that this is the cost fee, £19,250. This is the latest fee. And as you can see from the bottom, this is where the study plan looks like. So the ones highlighted in green, this is the duration of the foundation year program itself. And for the ones highlighted in yellow is actually an English language preparation. But please do take note that the English language preparation is not available for pharmacy and medical pharmacology at this moment. Okay, because of the competitive nature of the course, we do not usually offer ELP for the School of Pharmacy. Do take note of that. So do take note of the intake September to May or from January to August. So good news for those people who are taking the January, but there's no January intake, so it's not applicable. But for the September intake, there is a break. There is a chance that you might need to come back and reapply your visa again when you progress on to Cardiff. So do take note of that. In terms of the modules that we'll be covering when you are in your foundation year, so there are a set of core modules, as you can see, biology, math, your academic English skills, and there is also this option called Career Ahead. This module, Career Ahead, basically is a series of career consultations to actually guide you on your career journey right from the start so that you can prepare yourself throughout the whole academic journey and work towards your career goals. And then after that, when you finish your set of core modules, you will be covering core chemistry 1 and 2. So this is spread across 2 semesters for you to complete. And then thereafter, if you have met the progression grades and the requirements, then you'll be able to progress on to either MPharm or medical pharmacology. This I'm just going to scoop by real quick because I think Sienna has probably covered quite a fair bit about what's life in Cardiff like. But I just want to share with you a little bit about accommodations. So Cardiff is actually one of the centers that we have that has the largest amount of residences available. Not only does it have a lot of residences, it has a lot of different types available. So Cardiff is one of the universities that actually offer a full all-female residences. So for those people who, let's say, would prefer to stay in an all-female residence, then Cardiff has that for you. They also have this complex called Taliban Complex, where it's basically a place for student life. It's one of the largest residences that they have. And inside there is 4 residences inside Taliban Complex. So there's a lot of options for you to choose from. And you will be able to get access to this accommodation from day one when you start off the foundation course with us. Now, in terms of living costs, Cardiff is actually much, much, much cheaper in comparison to London. So at the bottom, as you can see, are some of the data that we pulled out for cost of living. So just a simple cup of cappuccino is about £294. And then a bottle of water is £142. And for the meals in an inexpensive restaurant, it's at £13.90. So for the one in UK, in London itself, you're actually looking at £15 for a meal in an inexpensive restaurant. So and the internet is very important, especially since we are still on the mode of blended learning. So therefore, internet fees are quite important. Internet fees for London is actually costing at £31, but in Cardiff is at £29. So it is much more affordable in terms of cost of living. And in terms of scholarships, we do provide scholarships both from study group and the university itself. So for foundation, I've highlighted that right there for you. For study group scholarships, if you have very strong academic grades, please do let Suno know that you would like to apply for scholarships. We have up to £3,000 scholarships available to, encourage these academically strong students to come and join in for this foundation program. On top of that, students who successfully progress on to Cardiff after meeting the progression grades, they will actually be given £2,000 progression scholarship. This is available to all international students and all available to all different subjects, including pharmacy. And this £2,000 is a one-off option. So the Vice Chancellor Scholarship, which is what is called the Progression Scholarship, will be applied by the center when you are almost completing your foundation program. And then this will be applied accordingly. So if you add these 2 scholarships together, £3,000 plus £2,000 is a total of £5,000 in total of your total bill. So students who are on this, please do take note that you also have the right to actually work up to 20 hours per week. But in this case, for the School of Pharmacy for foundation year, you can only work up to 10 hours per week during term time. And outside of term time, you can work up to 40 hours. So during this time, either you can actually try to get some additional work experience. If there is, you can actually get some information from our Careers and Employability Center. If not, you can always take on a job somewhere else for like a little part-time job, just to spend some time, have a little allowance. This is actually permitted once you're on this course. Last but not least, there is a graduate visa available. So this graduate visa is available for students who graduate from their degree. So in this case, when you have completed your foundation and then you move on to your MPharm degree, when you finish, you can choose to work in the UK for additional 2 more years. So there are not much requirements except for the fact that you are not hired as a professional coach or you are not hired as a professional athlete. Aside from that, there's not other requirements, no academic, no English requirements. You have to apply with Cardiff University yourselves, but a successful application allows you to work in the UK for 2 years. Okay, we are reaching towards the end of our session itself. Just to give a heads up as well that, we do have other options available, such as the Accelerated Foundation course and the International Year 1. If you're interested, please reach out to Suno. More than happy to arrange another session with you guys. So that is all I have. So if you want to know more about the foundation over at Cardiff, I put in a simple QR code for you to scan and also some useful links to find out, such as Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube to know more about Cardiff itself. Suno, back to you.
Okay, thank you very much.